Welcome Pokefans to the Pokemon Opalo regional Pokemon location guide. So as you know, if you've been playing this game, that there's regional forms for this game, and I think there's 24 species in total, but Froslass and Glalie count as 2 species for some reason, so technically there's only 23. But yeah, as you can see, we've got them all here. So you got the Flygon line, Hariyama, Gothitelle, Tangrowth, Froslass, Venomoth, Sableye, Lupice, Sirfetch'd, Ariados, Smeargle, Delibird, Glalie. Sephiron's not one, but it's an Eevee, so that's a little bit of a spoiler. Altaria line, the Persian line, Magcargo, Liligant, Falinks, Celebi is also a regional, Ursaring, Mossfoot, Klefki, and I think that's all of the ones there. And then you've also got Camerupt, Golurk, and Dugtrio. So we're just gonna go and show you where you find all of these regionals. Bearing in mind, where I show you is where I know of. There could be other spots as well where you can get them much earlier on. No, sorry, where I show you will likely be where the earliest you can encounter them. So the first regional you're going to find is Meowth, which is just on Route 2. It will take a while because I don't think it's okay, well there you go, appears straight away. This does come as 3 forms though, so I think depending where you evolve it might differ what it turns into, but I know you can catch Persian later on in their different forms. Somehow we haven't escaped. Oh yeah, I forgot we got level 1 Pokemon. But yeah, Meowth also evolves at level 28 into Persian. So on to the next one. We've got Fafetch'd, which will be on Route 5, which is down here to the right of Sirocco Town, I believe. So yeah, you'll be able to encounter Farfetch'd here once you can eventually find one. There we go. Farfetch'd evolves into Sirfetch'd. You don't need to do no sort of gimmicks, you just get it to level 36 and there you go. Up next we've got Tangela Tangrowth, which is actually before this, now I think about it, in the Dusty Steppe, which you will go through to get to Sirocco Town. So as you can see, Tangela are just rolling around, but you can actually encounter them in the grass. They're not really common, but if you keep walking around you will eventually find one. There you go. So there's Tangela. Again, to get it into a Tangrowth you don't need to do anything special, you literally just get it to level 40. Up next we got Swablu and Altaria, which are on Route 9. If I can just find where that is. So it's just to the right of Orvalo Town. So you head down here and you will just find them in the grass. To be fair, I think Swablu was one that I found quite quick, because a lot of these, like there you go, I just caught as I was going through, I didn't really go looking for. But yeah, Swablu evolves into Altaria at level 35. You can also find Swablu on level Route 10 as well, but Route 9 was where I found it. Okay, then up next we've got Snover, which is actually just in Poisonous Swamp, so just below Galena City. Okay, it might be easier to go from this way. Yeah, so head into Poisonous Swamp and Snover will just appear in the grass. This is quite an easy one and common one. Snover actually has another evolution after Abomansow in this, so you evolve it into Abomansow at level 30 and then it evolves into Mossfoot at level 43. So when you're doing a certain quest which asks for all the species to be at the highest level evolution, just remember Mossfoot, not Abomansow. Up next we've got Spinarak and Ariados, which are in the Indigo Forest, which is somewhere around here. If I can, yeah. So go to Calagion City, and yeah, in Indigo Forest. If you come through here, you'll actually have a battle with a few of the Ariados and stuff. But Spinarak should just appear in the grass, as well as Ariados. It's just a case of finding one. There we go, so we've got an Ariados. I'm not sure if I've seen a Spinarak actually, now I think about it. I think it was more Ariados. But if you do get a Spinarak, you don't need to worry, because it evolves at level 27, so more than likely, as soon as you level it up, it will evolve anyway. After that, we've now got Makuhita and Hariyama, which are in Astral Tower, which is over here. So once you get to Tempest City, you'll end up getting a quest or a mission to go to Astral Tower, which will be part of the storyline, and on the outskirts you can actually catch Makuhita, and inside the actual tower itself you will be able to encounter Hariyamas from the dust clouds. But I actually caught Makuhita from outside here. In fact, you can get Hariyamas out here as well. But if you do catch a Makuhita, again, it evolves pretty much when you level it up. So next we've got Golett and Golurk, which are on Route 12, which, if I remember right, is here. So we go to Bora Town. And here we go. Just gotta encounter one in this grass. There we go. So it's a Golett, but again, you don't need to worry about it, because once you level it up once, it'll evolve, because it evolves at level 35 into Golurk. So now all we've got left is Buneary. Well, actually we've got a couple, but not many, because some of these will be stuck till later on in the game. So we need to go to Boreal Mountain, which is quite far on now. Yeah, so you Sensalada City, and then you head left or up, I can't remember now. Route 14. You have to navigate through all of this, but to be fair, you will do this in the story anyway, so it's no big deal. In fact, I think it might be Route 14 where you find it. Okay, so this is the Boreal Mountains. You will have to come here as part of the story, so when you do, just keep running around and you will find the Lopunny. You can also find Lupice, which is obviously, so yeah, this has another evolution called Lupice, a little bit like what Snover and Abomansow do, but it evolves at level 45. So if you catch one of these instead of a Lupice itself, you just literally level it up once and it'll evolve. So this one that we're going to do now, Vibrava and Flygon are actually in the end, towards the end of the game, but there is actually a way of getting it before then. You just need to go to the native cemetery, which is in Orvalo Town, I think. Is it in Orvalo Town? Oh no, here we go. So yeah, if you come back here once you have rock climb, you can actually rock climb down here and you will encounter dust clouds if we can get into them, and you can actually find Trapinch in these dust clouds. They're not super common, or in fact you can even get Vibrava itself. They're not super common, they are sometimes a little challenging to find, but yeah, that is how you go and get a Flygon earlier on in the game. So if you get a Trapinch, it'll evolve into Vibrava, I think around 30 something, and then Flygon it'll be like the 50s again. So yeah, quite an easy Pokemon to get really. And then the last one of East Sapphire is the Snorunt line. So if we can just head out of here. And this is actually on Victory Road. So you need to go to Boreal City and go down, and you're on Victory Road. And in the grass here you can find Snowrunts and also Glalies. You won't find Froslass because they appear in Spectre Valley, but in fact there you go, Glalie. If you do get a Snorunt, as long as it's female, you can actually evolve it using a Dawnstone to Froslass anyway. But if you want a Glalie and you've caught Snorunt, it evolves at level 42. So that's all of the regional forms in East Sapphire. The rest of them you need to have done the Pokemon League and gone to West Sapphire. So in West Sapphire, the first one you will likely encounter is Venomoth. Which you will encounter before you get to Ghibli City. I don't quite understand how we've skipped all of that. So yeah, in this area, which is Route 19, you will find Venomoth, which to be honest they look pretty cool. And they also have an ability which acts like Intimidate but for special attack Pokemon. I'm pretty sure when I came and saw one myself, I got it within like the first couple of encounters, but yeah, there you go. So that's how you get Venomoth. Obviously it's quite a high level. There's no regional Venonat. I think it's just the Venomoth that's changed. And then we can also go to Oka Forest, seeing as we saw it at Ghibli City. And in Oka Forest you will encounter Klefki in the grass. There you go. Pretty cool looking Pokemon. It doesn't have any sort of evolutions or nothing, just changed typing, and obviously looks a lot better. And then on to the next, we will go to Diglett and Dugtrio, which you can find on Route 23, which is just up from Kona Town. So it'll just be in the grass. I didn't actually catch one here. I caught it in a different area, which in fact I think I'll show you there actually. I caught it at the Silent Memorial and Shaman Hill. So if we carry on up here, you will eventually come to an area, if I can remember how to get there. So through here, Shaman Hill. Again, you will come through here as part of the story, and more than likely encounter a Dugtrio, which for me is one of the best regionals in the game. Really good Pokemon. I'm not going to give away the typing, but you can kind of guess. And yeah, hits very hard, very quick. If you want to get a Diglett, I think you need to breed, because I haven't saw a Diglett in the whole time that I've been like running around. It's just Dugtrio mainly. And then next we're going to go and look for Slugma and the Magcargo line. So again, you will come to an area called Spectre Villa as part of like your sort of playthrough, which will be left from Lebechi Town. So you navigate along all of this, and then into Spectre Villa. So this is also where you can find what they're called, Froslass, just amongst all this grass. So there's the Magcargo. To get the Slugma, you'll need to get an egg, because you can't see them in the wild. But you can also find Magcargo on Route 27 as well. Tangrowth also appear here, but you'll more than likely already have one of them if you caught Tangela earlier on. Somehow I'm not able to run away here. So there we go, there's Froslass. To be fair, that took a while to appear, so I don't know whether it's a low spawn. But yeah, you can actually get 2 regionals here. It does have Shadow Tag though, which is a little annoying, because that means you can't just run away from it, but it's quite a frail Pokemon. And then up next we've got the Camerupt line, which will be in Sulfroca Park. So you'll be at Mistral City and continue all the way up along this route, which is a little bit of a trek, and then head down here. So this isn't really an area that you need to come to, so you might not actually come here as part of your playthrough, but as you can see, you can just see Camerupt walking around, and then you'll eventually encounter one in the grass. Ursaring also appears here, and there's Camerupt. Again, you can't get Slugma in the wild, so if you want the Slugma you need to breed it into an egg. But I would highly recommend coming here, because later on in the video I'm going to show you part of a quest, which when you finish it opens up a little area where there's a good little gift, should I say, for you. Up next we will go to where Liligant is, which are on Route 20 and Abrego Bay. So from Abrego City you will go up, and when you first come here you'll actually see them blocking off here until you finish the story you need to, and then you'll head into Route 20, and they're quite common I think here and Abrego Bay. There we go. So I ended up having to actually come to Abrago Bay because it just weren't appearing on the other route. And to be fair, I think I caught it in Abrago Bay, but quite early on. So it might just be that it's got a low spawn rate on both areas. But same again, Petilil you can't catch it in the wild, so you need to get it into an egg before you can add that to your Pokedex. So the next one we're going to do is probably my favourite regional in the whole game, which is Falinks. I just need to find out where Route 26 is. Oh yeah, that's it, it's down here, isn't it? So around Lebechi town, either to the left or to the right, Falinks will spawn in the wild. There we go, quite easy to find. Best regional in the game, don't even care what anybody says. And then we've got Sableye, which are part of a mine, which you'll get sent down in part of the story, and they will just appear as random Pokemon in these sort of dust clouds. Again, Sableye doesn't have any sort of new evolution or anything like that. It does look pretty cool though, and obviously when it Mega Evolves it keeps this form into its Mega Evolution, so it does look quite good. And then the last one really of this area, West Sapphire, in fact no, there's two, sorry, or even three. The Smeargle is part of a mission, which when you go to Mistral City, if I can find it, where is Mistral City now? There we go. If you head to the film studio, which you don't have to do, it's just literally like side story, but if you go in here you'll have sort of a quest with a certain somebody who returns from the original games. Once you finish that you will get a Smeargle as sort of a gift. Okay, so I actually, when I was editing this video, realised that I'd missed two Pokemon out, so we need to go back to East Sapphire because I missed out Teddiursa Ursaring, as well as the Delibird, which is also kind of an event but not completely. So if we head back to Mistral Airport so we can fly to East Sapphire. And then we're gonna go to, I think it's Route 6 for Teddiursa. So jump on the Poke Rider. So it is actually one of the earlier evolutions that you'll find. Where's Route 6 now? There we go. So if we go to Orvalo Town and just head down, you should be able to find Teddiursa in the grass. There we go. So I think it's just Teddiursa you find in the grass here, but they do evolve at level 30, so it's literally a couple of levels. But then the last one that I missed was the Delibird, which when you play in the game, where's Team Gatlin hideout now? When you play in the game you'll go to the Team Gatlin's hideout, which if I remember right is attached to a certain area. I just gotta find how to get there. To be honest, this is a little bit of a spoiler as well if you haven't played the game yet. How do you get to it now? They closed it off. Here you go, Gatling base. So in the Gatling base, there's an area where they're like, it's like a bit like a saloon where they're all sitting around. But as part, here we go, in here, and I think it's this guy, maybe. Either way, one of these, you talk to them and they give you an egg, and then when that egg hatches it turns out to be a Delibird. And then the other way of getting it, and this is also the only way you get like a special sort of Delibird, I think it's called. It's not sort of an evolution or anything, and as far as I'm aware you can't really catch it any other way. But Delibirds do also spawn in this location. So if we use the Poke Rider, just gotta remember where it is now. I think it's Galena City. You'll have a sort quests with a load of Delibirds, and a guy who turns out to be called Remington. At the end of his quest line, he will give you a code which is for this lock, and then when you go in here you can actually encounter Delibirds. It's the only Pokemon that you can actually find in here. But there is also a secret base through here, and you will find the Delibird sat here. Obviously I didn't catch it, I just knocked it out on accident, but that's the only other way to get the special form Delibird. And then the last two Pokemon that you need to get, which are Celebi and what was the other one now? Gothitelle. Well, Gothitelle's a quest which I've already done, and obviously I can't show you Celebi because I've already caught it. So I'm just going to play some clips that will show you sort of how to do it. Okay, so I think I figured out what the last regional is. It's the Gothitelle, and there's a little quest you do. So we go to Ciozo Town and head to this building, and there's a guy here in stone. So somewhere along the line we've got an item which is cleansing remedy. I'm not 100% sure where we got it from, but you need it for this guy. Ah, was it you? Thank you, thank you. I thought I'd be turned stone forever. I was about to stop thinking. Let me tell you my story. Someone has to do something. I used to work as an undertaker at the Chapel of Light Cemetery, you know, next to Ghibli City. The thing is that one night I heard some strange noises. I went to take a look and I found a witch flying among tombstones. I got scared and ran out of there, but the witch said a few words and cast a spell on me. When I got home I noticed that my body was petrified and it was getting harder and harder to move. I spent the last few seconds trying to stay petrified in the cool pose, but it didn't work out. Anyway, someone should go to the cemetery and drive that witch out. Look, I'll give you the key to the cemetery and you can stop by when you have time. I don't want to know anything until that area is free of witches. So if you remember right, when we went to the cemetery, there was an item and we couldn't get to it because we couldn't open the gate. But obviously now we've got that key, so now we've just got to make our way to the Chapel of Light, I think they said it was called. Oh, what way is it now? Oh, here we go. So here we go, open this, and here was the item, which is just a cleanse tag, so nothing special. We've got Gengarite, and this must be the witch. Woohoo! But what do we have here? Are you coming to challenge my magic? I'm the supreme witch of this area, everyone will bow at my feet. What? I don't sound intimidating enough, then my Pokemon will. And we'll switch to Ursaring. And obviously we're quite a few levels ahead, so should be an easy battle. Gothitelle, Psychic Fire, isn't it? And then Miss Magius, Fierce Embrace. I'll take this out as well. For all the demons of Giratina. Okay, you win. I'll get out of here. To be honest, all I wanted was to protect this area. Ghibli City is where I grew up, and even though I was expelled a long time ago, I still have a certain fondness for its neighbours. I recently started noticing that a voodoo witch from Abraga City was hanging around here more than usual. It seemed like she was experimenting with something. The thing is that she was using a very powerful kind of magic. I had never seen anything like it before. I thought her intention was to do harm to the city, and I stayed around here keeping watch. Although I noticed that her presence has disappeared, I think my work here is finished. I'll give you a Pokemon so we can call it even, okay? And then I'll go and bother someone else. This Gothita is not just any Gothita, she's descended from witches, and she still has some of their magic in her. So yeah, now that we've done that, we can literally evolve that Gothita once and it'll give us the Gothitelle. So here you go. And one more. And there's your regional Gothita. It does look pretty cool, to be fair. Another regional Pokemon, but obviously it's not classed as part of that quest that you can get in Oka Forest. Now, let's pop a repel, but if you remember when we what's it called? When we came through here last time, I think we encountered Ixia and her Celebi. Okay, so we've gone the wrong way there. And I'm pretty sure that Celebi's still here. Well, it should be. Unless there's two parts of Oka Forest. Yeah, I think we're going the right way. Oh yeah, because here was where we got captured. Or was it? Well, we're definitely going the right way though, because the Sisian's clan members that we beat are still here. And there we go. Regional Celebi. Level 90. Still to this day don't know what it is. I think it's water. So there you have it. That's all the regional Pokemon. If you were listening to the voiceover in when we were catching Celebi, I mentioned that it's not part of the quest, which you need all 24 species for. I think it actually is, because when I counted them, unless you've got Celebi, you've only got 23, so I think I got my information wrong. You do need to catch the Celebi to finish the specific quest, and if you want to see what you get for doing that quest, I will show that video now. Right, head down here. I'm not even sure what we get for doing this quest. It better be something good. Oh, but you have them all. Impressive. I really didn't expect you to make it. Clearly there's something very special about you. Anyway, I'll have to let you pass. Good luck. Ooh. Okay, that might be worth it. That looks like a shiny Ursaring. That's pretty cool. Just a shame that it's obviously so late in the game. To be fair, I suppose you could do it earlier than we have, but yeah, it's definitely a cool shiny. So yeah, as you can see, the quest's worth it if you like to collect shiny Pokemon. If you're not really bothered about the shiny Pokemon, then it's not really worth it. But I thought it was pretty cool. It's a good shiny to have, looks really good. But yeah, that's the end of the guide. That's all the regionals that you need. If you've enjoyed the guide or it's been helpful for you, please like, comment, subscribe, all that sort of stuff, just because it helps the channel. And obviously I've had to go out of my way really to kind of make this video. But thank you everyone for watching, and I hope to see you all next time.